Let's start with Trey Lance getting
Dude,
traded to the Cowboys.
you'll love to see
Ooh,
it.
my
That
I
is
God.
mean,
great.
is okay. So the immediate question with this now is he the biggest bust of all time, or just like the worst first round decision of all time?
That was a
You
terrible decision. I think that
you gave away three firsts and a third. Sometimes people want to leave
you
out that third round pick for a fourth round pick.
and it's
Is
worth
what you
note
just
yeah,
did.
and it's worth noting that your picks that you gave up became Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb.
Hey, pretty bad. Uh,
That's pretty horrific.
I don't like calling Trey Lance a bust because
Yeah,
okay,
whoever evaled him that high is
that's
a fucking
that's
idiot.
that's why the slash worst first round pick of all time. Like to
that
not necessarily put it on him, but to put it on the organization. Because you also have like you look at other busts, and that at least most of those other guys had like significant playing time. That you're like, we got a full season or close to a full season out of all these other busts, if not more, right? Like
Yeah,
uh
nobody's been given up on quicker.
he has been, yeah, he got maybe 3 games of
four,
appearing in, right? He got
four.
like
But yeah,
Three and then 1/4.
yep.
exactly. So you know nothing. That is
No.
not a sample size.
And you're
No.
giving him up for Sam Darnold, who two other teams have seen enough of Sam Darnold. Two other fan bases were like, please God, don't ever let me see Sam Darnold again.
Everybody in the NFL has seen enough of Sam Darnold.
And you guys chose him over Trey Lance.
It's like, okay, Zach
And this is
Wilson,
also the team that had the worst luck at the quarterback position last year, getting rid of a potential
guy.
threat at quarterback.
When you're supposed to carry 3 now,
You
and
can
you're not
carry
even keeping this
3.
guy.
And they were just like, nah, we don't want him.
So yeah,
And
I
the
mean, you've
Cowboys
got
were like,
guys.
sure.
Heading fourth,
I
why
don't
not?
hate this move for the Dallas Cowboys. I
No,
think
it's
that
no,
you
it's
you
no
look at it,
risk.
and if Dak does continue to turn the ball over like he did last season, but I will say, like, you look at it, and his number 2 receiver last year, who played on the outside, was Noah Brown, who is having a hard time making Houston's roster right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, he didn't have like world breakers out there outside of CD.
No,
Yeah.
he's
I'm really interested what the story is here because honestly, none of this makes sense for me.
Yeah.
None of it makes any sense.
No. I mean, I could see, like, if Dak does have a continue to regress,
right.
you got a backup option that could
The
potentially.
Cowboys can only win from this situation.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
only a fourth, right? So if
Yeah.
it doesn't work out, nobody remembers your
Yep.
part. The only thing people are going to remember from this is how much San Fran just completely wasted for a fourth round pick.
Like, they could have, if they would have stayed put, they could have drafted Micah Parsons right there.
Yeah.
That was where Micah Parsons went. They could have traded up and got Jalen Waddle.
You didn't even give the guy 4 games. Like at least like, okay, Zach Wilson was what we all think of as a bust now, right?
Well,
But
I
he
mean,
got like 2 seasons of like showing you that he's not that guy, and they at least still kept him on as a backup.
Yeah.
Like to be like, well, man, if he learns under Aaron Rodgers, it could be decent.
Yeah, we haven't developed them properly, is what they're saying. And
The
I
only
commend
the
them.
only thing I can guess is that, like the Niners just know something about him that you can't see on film.
I mean, yeah,
That's
maybe it's
gotta-
that fire. Maybe he doesn't lead the huddle very well.
It could be leadership. It could be like
You mean the guy who played 1 season of like D2 college?
yeah.
Is not progressing that well after his 3.25 games in the NFL. Like,
What do
no
you play?
shit.
12 games? He played 12 games of D2.
What?
Yeah, I mean, in that range, 12 to 15 in that area.
You
Third
went
overall.
after a guy. You went after a guy with you gave up that much for a guy who you just saw like pure athletic talent in. Not like talent at the quarterback position necessarily, but you just saw like raw athletic talent that you would have to be like, yes, this is going to take some time to mold, and we're going to have to be patient with him. But and then you just gave up.
Yeah.
For a fourth.
You got to be pissed if you're Mac Jones.
You could
Like-
have gone there.
You could have
Who
had
could
me.
be the new Matt Jones could
Could
be
have
the,
had me.
the
I
Jimmy
wouldn't
G.
be a fucking joke in New England because this offense is garbage.
Yeah.
Like Mac Jones could have been the next Jimmy G
I
had
could
he
still
gone to
be
San
Alabama
Francisco.
Mac.
And they could have stayed put to get Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Mac Jones went 15th to New England, right?
Yeah, ridiculous. Like,
They could have still gotten Justin Fields, right? Didn't Justin Fields go to the Bear after?
Yeah.
Trey
Yeah,
Lance?
absolutely. Yeah, they could have had Justin Fields. That's what would have made more sense. But
I mean,
and I wonder, even if none of this works out, which I don't think it's going to, I think the Niners are going to have a rough season.
why specifically?
Because I think they're overrated. I think their roster is aging and nobody's talking about that. They're extremely injury prone.
That I'll give
mean,
you, but they
just-
still seem to do well even with those injuries. Sometimes, actually, there have been some injury years where
I secretly think that the NFC West is going to be terrible this year.
well, we all know the Cardinals are. So that's
The
a given.
Cardinals, the Rams, the
probably.
Seahawks, I think are going to fall back to earth a little bit.
I think the Seahawks are going to be really good.
I think the Seahawks could.
I think
they could do
I
all right.
think that's a 10-win team.
I could be wrong. I feel like the division as a whole is going to be pretty disappointing.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
where
I
I
mean,
think
I'm
I
not
think
saying
a
the Niners are
9-win
gonna be
team is going to win it.
500, but the Niners aren't winning 13 games.
Yeah, I see 9 wins winning the divisions. That's what I'm thinking.
We'll see. I mean, I think they'd be
That's
okay.
it. Yeah, I totally could be
I
wrong.
get it. I mean, it could be that point where I don't know. A coach. He's had a lot of success, right? But he hasn't ultimately.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they'll be good.
No,
I see why maybe you could, but I think they'll be okay.